Hey, today on Toy DOMination, it feels like it's been forever, but we're back. We're here.
It has been a little while.
And I don't know if it actually has or not, but
I think it has.
It feels like forever, but maybe it's just that holiday crush of like Thanksgiving and everything else on top.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe I've just been busy.
We've got, besides just you and me, we've got two special people here. And I don't want to leave them hanging out. Let's drag them forward right now.
Special guest, Adam from GoFigure is here.
Oh my goodness. Look at this guy. Hey, Adam, thanks for jumping in.
It's great to be here.
And then we also got hiding out somewhere in the shadows.
Oh, it's anher special guest. It's Chat from Articulated Chat.
It's me. What's going on, gentlemen?
Hey.
Hello.
Adam, what were you about to say?
Nothing.
He's about to say,
What?
I'm lagging.
No, you're fine.
I fixed it.
There you go.
Oh, Adam's lagging.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I fixed it.
Adam, go backstage.
I want to pause. Let's take that back from the start, guys. Let's do it over. Let's run it
Yeah,
again.
let's just
run it.
restart.
We practiced this in rehearsal. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, bye.
Restart it. It's been horrible.
Hey, thanks so much for being here, guys. It's awesome to have you.
I'm pumped to be here.
Yeah. Good. So today we're gonna do a what you got with some of the toys we've got. We're gonna do a what you playing with, which is like customs or projects or just games we've been doing. But more importantly, we're gonna talk about our guests, and we're actually gonna talk some hard hitting questions that the fans
That looks
want
so
to know.
bad on top of your
Yeah,
headphones.
it's perfect. It blends in. Just move with it.
I mean, it's
All
great.
right, here we go, gents. I've got some hard hitting, deep questions for you. Okay.
Okay.
Let's start with you, Adam.
Hit me.
You're shoved into a magic box and turned into an action figure. What is your play gimmick? Go.
Karate chop action, always.
Karate chop action. That's an excellent answer. Chad, what's yours?
Thunder punch, caps in my back.
Nice. Joe, what do you got?
Ooh, I like that because you get that little gunpowder smell afterwards.
You're stalling.
Yeah.
What's yours?
If I've learned anything from Toy Story, it's go simple. I'm gonna go with a pull string, and I have a voice. It's so useful. Do you see how many times he hooks that around things?
I'm going holograms because nothing screams 80s more than holograms.
That's perfect.
All right.
Dick. Nice.
What, Chad, are you hoping that Santa brings you for Christmas? This is a family show. Family show.
I already know what it's gonna be. So is it cheating if I say it?
No, because I'm not gonna be there Christmas morning.
I mean, I will be,
Palatoy's Palatoy Red Shadow Shadow Track.
Ooh,
Complete.
nice.
Yeah, I finally got it, and I'm getting it for Christmas.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Adam, what are you hoping Santa brings you?
So this is going to be very untoy related, but every year for Christmas, I get a shiny new pair of Chuck Taylors that lasts me the year.
Nice.
So that's what we get for one of the days, and we get some shiny new red Chucks.
I was a little worried you were going to go somewhere like, I wish every year in Christmas this person would come back. I'm like, oh man, this is going to be a sad story.
Oh, it's going to get dark.
Yeah,
I miss my father.
Yeah, I
I
was
just
like,
start singing
oh.
Christmas shoes.
Yeah. Joe, what are you hoping Santa brings you?
Similar to Chuck Taylor's, my wife likes to get me Legos every year, and I would. And then this is not going to happen because it's so wildly expensive. But I love that Home Alone set, and I really want it, even though it's enormous, and I would never put it anywhere. I don't have space for that.
You are a huge Home Alone fan.
Yeah, love Home
say
Alone,
goodnight,
love
Kevin.
Lego. I like to get one Lego a year and just be like, I remember when I was a kid.
Adam, this question is just for you.
Love it.
Your house is on fire. Somehow, the door has slammed on all your fingers and they're all broken, and one of your eyes has been gouged out, and your teeth are missing for whatever reason.
like
This is
this
very
game
violent.
anymore.
Yeah, this is very, very violent. Now, you cry out, "My darlings, my babies," and you shove your wife and kids out of the way. You go into your toy room, and with your broken hands and fingers, you grab one figure from your collection to save it. What is it?
Ooh, that's a dynamite question.
It's
Probably
impossible to
like
answer.
the original short boot He-Man would be the one I would grab. If I had to just take one. I know he's not the most valuable, but if I had to start with one figure in my collection again, that would be the first one I'd get.
There you go. Nice.
It
Joe,
doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be valuable. It's valuable to you.
exactly.
You know?
Intrinsic value.
Yep.
Joe,
Yeah.
can you answer this question?
Yes, I can.
Can you? Oh wow. Okay.
You're not gonna like it. It's Snake Eyes.
Oh, classic
OG.
Snake Eyes though, right?
Yeah, but not like 84, 5? 6. Version 2. Version 2 Snake Eyes.
Yeah,
85.
Yeah. Nice. Now, Chad, I actually have a different question just for you. You suddenly become, from whatever is Brewster Million, in charge of Hasbro, and you get to make one big change that will last in that company. What is it?
I would can classified.
Whoa! Watch this. Boom! What?
Can it?
Yeah.
What to bring back 3/4 or 3 3/4 or just
1/18
in
scale?
general?
Well, so I think bring back the 1/18 scale is a misnomer because did it ever really leave? Like they're still putting out 1/18.
it's left in its essential, like that's their focus way kind of thing. I think.
Okay, but who did that? Hasbro did that. The fans didn't do that.
Absolutely. That's my point. So that would that be your goal? Is my point. Like to like.
Well, but I mean, you have
put
a
all your
company
eggs in one
that's-
basket, so to speak, to bring back
Right.
like the fame.
They're dictating the scale because it works in their favor because the mold for a 6-inch figure is the same as the mold for a 4-inch figure. They could charge more. They can put out less. It negates play sets, vehicles, world building, all that stuff, and they can charge more and then it's a scam. It's a gimmick. Like it works for Legends. Sure, that's cool because you got superpowers and spandex, but it doesn't work for world building lines like Star Wars and G.I. Joe. I would, I'm trying to not swear, Dom. I'm trying to be a good boy.
You're doing great.
You're doing great. And
Yeah, because the little pauses, is all four. It's all 4-letter
That's
words
the
that
filter.
don't come
You know,
out.
I mean,
Yeah. Yeah,
Chad,
yeah.
it's usually me, so it's okay.
Yeah, I would. I would shit can classified 100%.
I have
there
a
you go.
hard time with
You
this
did
answer.
So well.
You would what, Can? I would I have a hard time with this answer because I simultaneously fully agree with you, but I also love classified. So like I'm like I don't know. I get
Well, but see,
I completely
yeah,
get where you're coming from.
And that's
I'm
where opinions.
way more of
you
a
know?
3 3/4 guy, but I also just love this new line so much. But you're right. If they weren't wasting time on this, they could be giving me a lot more of 4-inch stuff. You know.
It's tap dancing in a minefield. That kind of question. That's my honest answer, and that's just a personal opinion.
I mean,
based
Mattel's
on my
rocking it
likes
with
and
the
my
Origins line and Masterverse. Like, why can't they do the same thing with G.I. Joe? Like, why aren't I looking at G.I. Joe 4-inch right on the shelf with classified? Like, why?
This
is
is
that
obviously
happening?
a good question, and it went
Why?
well.
You don't even see classified on the shelves. Like I don't know where half
No,
the
you
people on
don't.
social media
Whoa.
live. Like they live in the
Whoa.
Matrix or something. But these people on social media, they like take a picture and it's just like all these figures at Targets, and I'm like, dude, I don't know where you live. Do you live
Because
in
that lasts
Disneyland?
for 2 seconds.
I screenshot Chad's picture, and I'm going to write triggered Chad on there. So I totally triggered the Chad. Like, no, so I purposely
I'm a
pitched that
Chad.
to you.
You know, you gotta watch out.
I pitched that to you because your last car rant videos. I'm like, hey, you know what's a good question for Chad? I want to see what big change you would make there. Adam, I'm going to segue same question to you. I want to hear what your answer is.
This is okay. I'm not being triggered, but I would focus more on new IPs geared toward kids, and we would collect those anyways,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
right? Like the myth of both Mattel and Hasbro is that the only money is in IPs that already exist, and we are collectors. We like to collect things, whether it's another Snake Eyes version 68 or like Jim the biker warrior that hasn't been out there. We're gonna buy toys. Like we want to buy toys, and I think that we are robbing our kids right now of their
Of
nostalgia.
awesome things they could be playing with.
Yeah.
Right,
No.
like
That they
all
identify with.
yeah, all they're playing with is like another version of what we had as a kid, right? Like my son, he's 14 now, but throughout his childhood, he's had like 5 versions of Optimus Prime, and I was like, why can't you have something new?
Yeah.
So I would really redirect away from like the adult collector market, because we are a bunch of old people that complain about everything that we get. Whereas if they just gear toward toys, we love toys, and we would find those. And we could still collect our GI Joes and our Transformers and our those still exist. So I would really steer away from adult collectors and focus more on kid IPs that are new.
My 5-year-old loves Fortnite, and we've never played that video game in this house. All those Fortnite figures, the weirder the figure, he loves it. Like the chicken with the eggshell and like the broken egg on his hat with the machine gun. He's like, Dad, that one. I'm like, that's so dumb. Fine, because it gets you buying a toy, but like I don't like it.
It's so dumb. Or it's scale. You know, like if it's in scale with a GI Joe, like I'm in. You know, like even if it's not quite in scale, like Exo Squad, like we love Exo Squad to death on this channel. It's like exactly.
That whole shell,
Why, like, give us new stuff that like fits with what we already love, you know, and we'll buy it up.
It was 5 years ago on Christmas. My friend Steve, who is also a collector, gave my son a box. A box full.
Now Joe's triggered.
Of
Steve.
Of Micronauts.
Fake name.
Both vintage and the Paradise reissues. And so my kids had no recollection of what this property was.
Right.
They're just really cool toys, and they play with them endlessly because and they make up their own stories, and it was just this whole thing. So kids' imaginations are still there, and they like new stuff. And I feel like both Mattel and Hasbro are leaving money on the table by sticking with recycling the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, because honestly, they're pigeonholing themselves into us, old men that remember G.I. Joe. Like, when was the last time a G.I. Joe cartoon was on that I was actually viewed by more than 5 people? You know, like
years ago, I used to work in a music store selling guitars, and we had like guitar buyers that would go on, and we would look back and we'd say, okay, in the last month we've sold like 2 52 Tellys, 1 62 Strat, and then so we'd reorder those things again because they've sold. And I said, well, we've never gotten X, Y, or Z guitars in. There's like thousands to pick from. We keep ordering the same 20. And they're like, yeah, well, those ones we're selling. I'm like, yeah, because we've never had anything else in the store. So we don't know what would sell because we're just we won't take a risk in broadening. And I don't think Mattel or Hasbro now is taking a risk and not making the same old things.
Chad, I saw you started. Go ahead. What you got?
Yeah, they're definitely not risk takers anymore. I couldn't agree with you anymore, Adam, than everything that you said. They just wash, rinse, repeat. And I saw a video where someone was talking about the whole nostalgia of redoing toy IPs over and over and over is like a glider, and at some point it's going to hit the ground. I thought that was a good analogy.
Oh, yeah.
Me and Dom have said multiple times that Classified's got like a lifespan. You know, they're going to get so far and be like, nah.
I don't mean to diss on Classified. Like,
oh no, I love the line.
I'm not backtracking. Trust me. Like, I have my personal opinions about it. It's just a matter of like we're. I don't know. I don't see any kind of it. You know, value is it's a personal thing. Yeah, it's totally subjective. I don't see value in it. I don't see value in taking 40 years of a scale and lore and world building and then switching, you know, like, I mean, that's just me.
I think the market was there. I think people wanted a 6-inch Duke and whatnot, but like, I don't think it needs to be beyond, like, that's not in lieu of what they've already been doing, I think is the problem.
You know, when Classified first came out, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to try to get on board with it. And I've told this story before that my wife and I were in one of the, comics and toy shops that we always go to, you know, that I'm friends with the owner, and she just walked up to this row of toys and didn't know what they were. She just saw G.I. Joe in the boxes and she took them all, and it was all of wave 1 and 2, and she was like, here, you need these. And I was like, well, I guess I'm in this scale now by default. And I tried, I set them up in my office.
You chose right. You chose right there with your partner, Chad. That's an indicator, by the way.
You need these.
Yeah. She bought that flag too, gentlemen.
2 waves of
it. Nice.
So I tried to get into it, but then as I'm observing, and I'm like, just the business model of, I don't need 8 snake eyes. I don't need 5 roadblocks. And then I'm just like, done.
Yeah. Also, I think that the reissue or the remakes of them, they kind of lie to you. So to take Origins as an example, we go to the store and you see like vintage style packaging, vintage style scale and whatnot. But opening that Origins Skeletor, for example, will never be as cool as the vintage Skeletor you had. So it's like this false promise of like, you're in the store, like, you're going to enjoy this as much as you used to, and it doesn't happen, right? You're like, it doesn't hit the mark.
So I think that's the other problem with fans now. This is a great divergent conversation that I don't want to leave, by the way. I think that's a problem with fans. And actually, Ryan Sweeney did a really good job when he was on a stream. I don't remember the guy's name. I just remember Ryan. But he was like, hey, it's just like going to a movie. You set your expectations so high. You anticipate what they're going to release. And then when they don't quite meet these impossible standards, you flame out. And I was like, that's a really good point. And it's a lot of it is comparison, because there is a nostalgia that you can look back to. Part of it is that subjectivity of like, this was my thing that I opened when I was 5 in Christmas, and you're chasing that high. So that's so much to try and repackage and deliver. That's impossible to try and meet that high. And you're right, Adam. I am unique in the fact, or I'm not unique in the fact, I'm sorry. The way that I approach toys, though, I said this before, is like, can this fit into a game that I'm playing or a lore? And so I actually am just like Chad, where I'm like, I don't want any more Snake Eyes. If I can take that Snake Eyes and take off his masked head and put another head on there, and he looks like a commando, then I'll buy him. But otherwise, I've got my Snake Eyes. So I'm looking for the next cool figure. And that's why Kickstarters, I'm like bigger and bigger into those now. Like I just talked to the guy who's doing the
because they're fresh IPs.
Figures.
They're exactly what we were just talking about, really.
Exactly. It's new, it's fresh, it's brand new characters. Mwah, I love it.
Marauder Gunrunners Nom Kickstarter. I am waiting for those figures.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
The Nom
for
ones
those.
look cool.
I need them to get into sci-fi, and then I will just give them my bank account number. I'm like, if you make sci-fi figures, here it is. It's all yours, guys. Every paycheck is directly deposited to Marauders. Like
they just send you more money. Or more toys. You're living on the street and you're just getting toys delivered to a box.
Meanwhile,
Pontiac Fiero.
Yeah. Hey, all right. Well, that was a great icebreaker conversation, guys. And so Chad, I do want to address one thing though. We were on a stream, I think it was with Zazel, and you and I like going back and forth, and you pointed out like, can you tell that Dom and I are in the military because of how like we stab at each other? And I was like, yeah, but somebody said, I think it was Zazel, was like, oh, you guys like simmer down or something like that. I was like, do people not understand like this is normal? Like most military guys will come up and like,
we talked about this. It's not normal.
Yeah, they'll like swear at each other. You know what I mean? Like the first thing you come out of your mouth is usually profanity and insult. We're in the military, and that's like a happy greeting. It's like, oh, okay. So, I just thought that was a funny.
He accepts me. Yay!
Yeah, exactly. I thought that was, that's a funny outside perspective. And I was like, I guess you're right. You and I have a different culture than other people that we're not used to that. So.
Our stages of team building in the military and uniform service is a lot different than civilian side.
Yeah, it's funny.
Very much.
Okay, hey, that was awesome. That was really fun. I lost my hat somewhere in here. So let's actually now focus on just you guys and not my crazy icebreaker topics here. Adam, what's your channel been up to, man?
So we've been putting out some videos. I just released a video where I did Optimus Prime and Ultra Magnus restore video, which was pretty funny. And actually, it was funny. I thought the Ultra Magnus was more broken than he was. So he was missing his window, and so then in the video I like fixed the window, and then
I saw that,
and you're like, and I'm done.
Well, in the live chat, someone's like, "Oh, he never had a window. That was a KB, like a KB variant." With plastic wheels, he never had a window, and I was like, I guess
interesting. Okay,
I fixed him too much.
No, wrong.
I fixed him too
wrong. He never had. Wrong. Not my God. Oh.
Yeah. And then I did the custom. I think the most fun video I've done in a long time.
Why does the beard represent that character?
Because it's a neck beard.
Neck beard.
It's neck beard. Old reference, Joe. Yeah.
But one of the most fun videos I've had making in a long time was I did the Masters of the Universe and Megaforce crossover specifically for Gaz, and so I made the Ace Hunter and the Sky Sled Megaforce version, and so that was fun. I had more fun with that than I did in a long time because it was specifically for it's like a comedian telling a joke for one person. I'm like, this is just to make Gaz smile, right? Like that's
the one laugh in the back of the room, like, thank you.
So that was funny. That was a lot of fun. So I've been doing
I'm
that.
a hardcore Megaforce guy too, so I
that's right. Yeah, no.
Funny, like that video is doing well, and people are like loving the Megaforce. I got a lot of videos like, oh, finally a Megaforce action figure, and I was like,
go to Chad's video. Like, I helped the. Oh, now you got me swearing. Thanks a lot, Chad. The one video at the end where you're going Mega Force, sing along with the song. Like, yeah,
That's when because you went away, and I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, my kids, yeah. Adam,
then,
you said two controversial things in that video. One,
go for it.
why I like GoBots more than Transformers.
100%.
Oh, and
100%.
Magnus over Optimus. Like,
100%, yeah.
like I paused while I was driving so I didn't crash. Like I had to wait till I got out of my car.
That is crazy. I mean, I loved GoBots when I was a kid too, mainly just because you could just throw them with their Transformers and I didn't care. But like, man, really more than?
So 100% more. And so here's the thing. There's a number of factors. So Transformers was on every Saturday morning. GoBots was on every day after school. So you were getting 5 times as much content for GoBots than you were Transformers, at least in like the area that I was, and my kid was then. Phil, I appreciate you. That's a very nice thing to say. And like I say, the scale made sense, and you could have. I had this big Sears roadmap for the Hot Wheels cars. You like unrolled it. And it was this,
okay.
right? And you could directly have like 50 Hot Wheels and like 4 GoBots, and you could have a fantastic like. You didn't need a bunch of Transformers because you had all the civilians ready to go, and the scale was perfect. So I love that. Also, you could go to the store and get 1 Transformer or 6 GoBots. Like it was not. There was no comparison.
That's true. Yeah.
Yes, cost wise, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And yes, Drax beating a GoBot.
Yeah,
it was the motorcycle one. I can't remember his name.
Psycho.
Yes,
Psycho.
there you go.
Yeah.
You get 2 points, Chad.
Well,
so, but yeah, so I love.
Also, the inference is that they're real somewhere, which I love.
Yeah,
because he was mad because GoBots killed somebody he knew or something.
Yeah.
His uncle. Yeah,
which is amazing.
But yeah, but as far as Optimus versus Ultra Magnus, I think it's a two point thing. So I was born in '81, so by the time I was toy cognizant, Optimus Prime.
Toy cognizant.
Well,
that's a psychological thing.
I know.
I studied that. That is a pattern in children.
It's a timeline.
By the time that I was aware and picking up my own toys in the store, Optimus was off shelves, right? So we had Rodimus Prime was
right,
and that was a lame toy. It was.
I had that V2 Optimus where he like folded up completely and went into the bigger body, like that was the trailer.
Right.
You know?
However,
and then the big head plopped down on him.
You could get an Ultra Magnus when I was toy cognizant, for lack of a better term. And so I thought he was just cooler. He's like a different version. I've also been like a bigger fan of the sidekick than the lead guy. So like I love Robin and Nightwing much more than I like Batman.
Well, we're best friends now, Adam.
Yeah, that's speaking to Joe's heart right there.
So my son's name is Grayson Wayne. That's his first
hell
name.
Yeah.
So that's
is it really?
100% it is.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Joe, what's your son's name?
Grayson.
Did we just become best friends?
Yup.
Yeah. and like even with Thundercats, like I really like Tigra more than Lion-O. Right? So,
Adam, I think are we soulmates?
Why don't we do Party in the Garage?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
That's hilarious. Chad, you and I can go hang out, man. We'll go hang out with our flags. Yeah.
You guys get out of the stream. Just let me and Adam talk.
But the fact that Ultra Magnus was as like he was Optimus Prime plus this big armor, and he was
yeah. Ultra Magnus was awesome. I remember really enjoying that.
Hey, really quick, I'm gonna call out Treasure for Trigger, who gave you a shout out there, Adam. So his channels are interesting because he also does, aside from toys, he's in Japan, so he'll do correct me if I'm wrong, Treasure for Trigger is Japan, not Okinawa, I think. But he did like a walk around the area. He did like a fireworks display. I've traveled to Japan multiple times, not to the big cities, but to areas like that. And I instantly was like, oh, I've been to someone's house that was exactly like that, or neighborhoods like that. So it was really interesting to be able to see those videos. It's kind of a refreshing take to the other toy stuff as well, too. So he has that as well. So, so that's pretty interesting to be able to see that.
Yeah, his stuff is great.
Yeah, Phil's awesome.
Adam, I loved your Brave Star video because I loved Brave Star when I was a kid, and I was like, no one likes Brave Star. Watching you fix like a million Brave Stars, I was like, yay, I love this.
I have 7 Brave Stars.
I have this that I need to fix, and I can't wait to watch this video of yours. Look at these fins broken off.
That's real.
So I've got this. Can't wait to watch your video because I'm gonna be like, I need some tips on how to repair this guy.
I love that Joe
broken.
came prepared. I love that
He's
Joe came
broken.
Look at that.
You know, so I've been wanting to restore it for a while because it's covered in, like, I tried to tape these fins on when I was a kid, and I was like, I use like electrical tape or something, so there's junk all over this.
Without those
Anyway.
fins, it kind of looks like Catwoman's car. Like that little coupe.
You know, that's why we used to take them off, because I used to take them off to be like, it's not the Batmobile right now, and like, because we figured out you could unscrew them from the bottom, and then like, basically, you know, we do that so many times as kids, and you break it. So, you know, that's what happened there.
I'm not Chad, sorry, Adam, what's a video that you want everyone to go check out? What's something is either recent or you're most proud of? They're going to go to your channel. What's something you want them to check out?
It's funny. The Brave Star one, I'm really happy with.
It was great.
That one was a lot of fun. I really
Watching you 3D print the vest, and I was like, that's not going to work. And then you just dipped it in water and went, look, it goes right around him. And I went, what? I was like, what in the world?
Look at this clown. That'll never work. What an idiot. Oh.
Well, not that, you know, not that.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Because of that hot water vest trick.
Yeah.
The company that makes my 3D printer contacted me. Now they're sponsoring my show.
No.
Wow.
Wow.
Nice.
Good job.
The hot water vest trick was nice.
Yeah, so that was a pretty neat thing. And
Cool.
it was,
Anyway, enough out of you, soulmate. Chad, what's going on?
Yeah, I was just about to say, Chad, you recently moved, and not a lot of people you and I understand the burden, the dread of being in the military, having to constantly move sometimes 1 year, where you just get all your stuff set up. Some of it's still in box. You're like, gotta pack it up again. But at least every 2 to 3 years, your box. Look at that. Look at what's in your background there. Good. Here, let me solo you, man. Like, look at this impressive room. Like, man, you had to package all that up and haul it across the country.
And
Man,
then unpack it.
Yeah.
Now just shift slightly so we can see your tablecloth. Yes.
Nice.
That's nice.
Nice. So, other than worrying about your collection as it's being hauled in a truck across the states and then unboxing every piece, what has your channel been up to, man? What have you been doing?
Please take me off that solo mode.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm happy with it actually. I'm not. Yeah.
I'm not. That's weird. I just did a new car rant video today about collector karma. And I'm working on an unboxing video for the 1994 Battlecore Blockbuster that I just opened. I took it out of the box. And that's it, pretty much. I mean, I still do my bi-weekly 90 to 94 G.I. Joe stream, the Neon at Night. I still do that every 2 weeks. We have an episode coming this Sunday, and every Friday I still do streams with Jay Bartlett over on his channel. So just keeping busy, but I'm still trying to unpack. I mean, you can see like I have a lot of holes that So I haven't put a single figure out yet.
Well,
I just finished my planes.
That's what they're taking when they're 4 inches tall.
The infantry are the most tedious part, man. All those accessories and trying to stand them up. Yeah, that is hard, dude. So I don't think anyone can feel that pain like we do, man.
So when I PCS'd, I went to the dollar store and I bought all of the sandwich-sized Ziploc bags that they had. Every figure went into a Ziploc bag.
Oh my!
And I will recycle them, right? But every figure, because accessories and you got knives, because I collect mostly modern G.I. Joe. So they have a million knives and, a vomitorium of accessories and stands. So each one went in an individual Ziploc bag into a box.
That's an incredible amount of patience.
Yeah.
Bro, so this is what I do for my vintage ones that I don't actually let my kids play with. These are just tackle trays. And they cost like $3. Yeah. These are great. And then like my
especially if
ones,
you can like find them at like Home Depot on sale or something.
Yeah, they're like $2 or something like this, but you can fit like 2 figures and accessories in there, and they all stack up. And and then in a moving box, you just go do, and you stack them up, and then you pull them out like sandwiches, like hot
on the backside of this. On the backside of this white shelf, I have probably 12 of them.
Similar.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. That's the way to do it, man. You gotta slowly invest in those. Not as cheap as sandwich baggies, but.
I have one that's all rifles. I have another one that's all like sidearms and knives, and then I have another one that's all like long rifles and machine guns, and
I know you're pressed for time because you've double booked your night, which is just how popular you are. But
well, it's unfortunate because originally this was tomorrow, right? And
yes.
then it was my fault because I forgot I had something else going on.
I'm sorry. We're going to talk badly about you after you leave. But I also have a bone to pick with Jay Bartlett because I was watching one of your shows where it's like a versus, like Cobra Commander versus, and he was like, well, you can't play with your toys. And I was like, what did you say? And like I froze that moment in time. Like it like echoed through my head, like you can't play with your toys. And I was like,
I don't think that was serious.
No, but I took it seriously. It like that went to my core. It's in my DNA.
They're just toys, buddy.
No, it's more than that. You can't tell me. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, so I love your 90s at night. I think the next one you guys army building, right?
Ground war. It's all smaller scale ground vehicle.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited about that one, dude. I'll catch it post live, but I really enjoy this 90s at night. It's a cool back and forth.
It's that Neon at Night's getting a lot of traction. So we had Carson Metaxas on, and then I had Kirk Bazigian on. I was solo that night, but I got to hang out with Kirk Bazigian for almost 2 hours, which was awesome. It was really awesome.
I'm going to show my ignorance. I don't know who that is.
What?
I listen. I'm not hip. I don't know about these
so
things.
I'll give you the 30-second abridged version. So
okay.
Kirk Bazigian was one of him and Bob Prupus, when Bob Prupus was head of Boys Toys and Kirk Bazigian was the brand manager, right? They're the two that they went to Stephen Hassenfeld with what was called Operation Blastoff. We're going to bring G.I. Joe back. We want to bring G.I. Joe back at the same scale as Star Wars, and this is how we're going to do it. It was the two of them that they spearheaded that. And so Kirk Bazigian was the brand manager. Everything you see like flag points was Kirk Bazigian's idea. Nice. Blueprints was Kirk Bazigian's idea. So he helped set the line from 82 to 84, and then they moved him to Play School Baby, and then they brought him back at the end of 88, 89 when Joe was kind of sliding. Mm-hmm. And he was the one, him and I'm having a moment right now. So sometimes when I'm on
make
the
up a
spot,
name, I won't know. Just make up a name. I have no idea.
I would know. Steve DeGuano. So he and Steve DeGuano were like, okay, so Joe's going to be like a language. And so they're the ones that came up with Dino Hunters and DEF and all these things that they fought against Captain Power. And they actually, when they came out with Star Brigade, when G.I. Joe launched Star Brigade, they knew that Kenner was going to relaunch Star Wars. And Kenner was like, we're going to hold off on that. They actually kept Kenner and Star Wars at bay.
A deterrence action. Nice.
Yeah. So when Kirk Bazigian came back and became the head of Boys Toys at Hasbro, 93 was actually G.I. Joe's second biggest year after 86 because of all the stuff that he put in place.
Mm-hmm. So again,
anything G.I. Joe 82 to 94, Kirk Bazigian's the man.
I'm showing my ignorance. Like again, someone's like Ron Rudak. I'm like, but
that's the only name I did know.
I don't know. But it's really cool that you're able to get someone who is responsible for that much of shaping our imaginations, like the blueprints that is blueprinted into our minds. Like that's really cool. And other companies have tried to follow that with their toys, but no one has really pulled out the blueprint of a vehicle. That's really cool, Chad. I'm glad you got to be able to have that guy on your show.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's circling back, it's getting good traction. So I think we're the only ones that really talk 90s Joes. Like everybody's just like, and they suck, but it's not true.
And
I got a lot of those lines, and I remember a lot of that stuff, and I really enjoyed most of it. I mean, there were some that I'm just like, just a bit too far, but that was pretty. There are some gems in there, like the DEF, like you were just saying, like that barricade. I think Barry.
Yep, the guy with the gold and the blue.
Yes, blue, but he was pink in that line, but in that version. But it wasn't Barricade. It's Shockwave. Version 2 Shockwave. I loved.
Headhunter,
like with the riot mask helmet that came down, so good.
Headhunter,
and they redid that body later on, and I'm like buying all those.
Crimson Immortal. Yeah, so there's a
Yes,
lot of
there's a lot of good ones in there.
And after
General
having
Flag?
kids, yeah. So I remember I was on that stream when you guys were pulling up those. Like General Flag, that guy's got a mortar. What general's running around with a 60 millimeter? Anyway, after watching my boys play and watching how they use the Dragonfly's winch system or they use the gimmicks, I was like, man, I aged out of 90s toys for the gimmicks. But the kids who are playing with them with like the Play-Doh Mega Marines armor, like that's a genius.
The bio
gimmick.
armor?
Space ones were
Because it rips off the armor and it's just Play-Doh. I was like,
the sound backpacks.
brilliant.
I figured out you could just unscrew those and get them off their backs.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, the
Like, get rid of
supersonic fighters aren't for everybody.
so people who were born in the 80s, early 80s, early 70s didn't appreciate it, but the kids who were 5 years later than us definitely, like, after watching my boys play with stuff, I'm like, they must have had so much fun.
Oh yeah,
with
my
those
little brother
90s
loved
figures.
that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there you go.
I was born in '74. I got into Star Wars at the ground floor. I got into GI Joe at the ground floor, and then I kind of aged myself out because it wasn't cool anymore. I got to go skateboard and hang out with girls. But there's a lot of '90s stuff that I'm just starting to really warm up to. Even a lot of the late '80s stuff. I didn't like the Cobra Bug for the longest time, and now I love it.
I love that
it.
thing. Love it. Yes.
I love it.
The
I
bug is
restored
ridiculous,
one.
but it's also awesome.
Yeah,
Those
I bought
color
one that was
schemes.
it was a little beat up. It was a little neglected. It was missing some parts, and I completed
send
it. I
over to Adam.
restored it.
He'll fix it up for you.
So Adam, do you?
'cause I already
I was
did
just about
that.
to say I've seen Motu. I've seen Transformers. Do you do GI Joe stuff in yours? I've seen an Outback restoration. Do you have a GI Joe collection? Yeah.
Look at behind him.
That's Masters. That's Snake Mountain. No.
Triple
That's
T,
up there.
Hello.
Look,
You
I
did
see
the-
Boa.
That's why you did the Phoenix Custom Triple T. How can I forget that? Of course. Yeah,
Right, but
okay.
there's like 230 Joes behind me right now.
Nope. All I
Yeah,
see
those
is
are
your
stacked in.
excellent,
Those are deeply
hair.
stacked.
That's all I see.
Yeah.
Is your perfect hair. That's all.
Oh,
So.
well, there's a lot of Joes in behind me.
Okay, got it. So
Skateboarding is cool.
I
Get out of
didn't-
here, red face.
Hey, so again, I didn't want to do like you're just nodding on the side, like yeah, totally, guys, yeah, Stormtrooper, yeah, great. So
Well, no, I love Joe, and I've got a big collection of them. And the problem is like space, right? Like it's real estate. Oh look, there's
that's awesome, man. Did you wear Jinkos, Chad? Were you a Jinkos guy? Jinkos?
No.
Come on,
No.
that's so. Or did you listen to man Pennywise and Big Wig? Did you listen to all that like punk ska kind of
Wig.
music? Was that you? Yeah, Joe. So Jake, remember Joe? Like yeah. So
I remember.
Broham.
Oh, Bigwig. Yes.
Big Wig. Okay, so Chad, I don't know how much time you have left, but I wanted to show a quick picture here because we can't quite see it in the background there. Oh, it's not really blowing up, but
I like the
your
lighting
flag-
strip.
I do too. How did you? That's just an LED strip you slapped on the top of that.
Yeah, there's lights down inside of it too. You can see the blue glow. There's lights
Oh
down
yeah,
inside of it.
yeah.
Nice.
I did the same thing with my Terradrome. I have the inside of the launch tunnel lit up red.
So I tried to do that, but the glue just gave out over time, and now they're all sagging down like a 6-year-old woman, and I can't boost them back up there. So
Oh, you need a
I'm
bra.
sorry to hear that.
yeah, I need a Terradrome light bra in there. I don't know what's going on. So
I have another prop. Chad, I really liked your video of your gift to the Alley Viper army building guy that made his tank, and I have one of these. I've been saving it for a while because I want to slap some Gridiron Studios missile pods on the side and paint it up. So I've been waiting to do that for a while too. And the funny part is that I really enjoyed how you took that cheap dollar store stuff and combined it with the expensive Gridiron stuff, and we're like, look, you don't need. It doesn't always need to be fancy. You can just get some
Yeah.
machine guns from
Yeah,
it.
no,
and some armor plating from, something that's more affordable.
Yeah, that final faction stuff, it goes a long way. Like
100%.
if you,
Yeah.
it's just it's all about creativity, and if you can see it in your mind, you can greeble anything. So
Yes.
like I don't 3D print, so all the customizing that I do is all additive or subtractive.
Same.
And so I
yeah.
just get really creative with it. Like you give me a Dremel and some other stuff like that, and I'm your dude. So I really had fun making that, like learning how to do time lapse video while I'm X-Acto knifing this tape off. That's
Mine happens to be one of the black ones, but I really liked how you took the blue one and went like, I just need to tape off the blue, and that'll be the camo pattern.
that was it, right? Because
That's
smarter,
brilliant.
not harder.
Yeah.
So I think that greeble work is the same thing as an artist with clay. It's like I have a block of clay, but I already see the statue of David. When I look at a pile of trash, I'm like, this still looks like a pile of trash to me. I wish I could be better at greebling, but you're right. The final faction, because they have pre-assigned machine gun or armor kits for a vehicle, so you just buy the $1 pack, and you're like, sweet. Like I have a couple.
It's
of
a
those
book.
running. Yeah, I know, it's genius, right? And if you ignoring the figures, I love the Karn figures for that line. But ignoring the heroes, you're right. The accessories are great for that. Like for a buck, yeah, absolutely.
I bought a bunch of their weapon packs of the Final Faction, and that's what armed up my Kenner Space Marines for the alien line.
Yeah, 100%.
Great idea.
Yeah.
Hey,
and then okay,
James,
you got bail?
Sorry.
Oh, no.
So no, for Ratface, James, did you see this? You see the signature on it? Yeah, buddy. Sorry.
That was
No,
a
that's
deep
awesome.
cut 90s skateboarding brag right there.
Yeah.
Look, Hossoy's the man. He will always be the man.
so funny,
Anyway,
man.
not trying to get off topic.
Hey, Wilhelm
He has a
Toy.
landing strip.
Hello, Wilhelm.
Yeah, Wilhelm. He's got an interesting channel too. Go check out his stuff. But there's something else I want to follow with Chad, and I can't remember because
I did my follow up with a his tank, Tom. What do you got?
Oh, that was what I was gonna say. So you did the custom paint on that. Have you seen the his tank applications where you just sticker on the side?
Yeah.
Have you played with
I've
those
seen
at
it.
all? I'm hesitant because I'm so afraid of a bubble just ruining the whole
Yeah,
side.
it's basically like it's a
little
car
pecan
wrap
dump.
for toys.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Also,
I've-
Chad, I
I've
really
seen-
liked your the X-15 or whatever the light year ship is called. Your deep dive into all those. The Cyclonus one was nice. Like the little homages to G.I. Joe Transformer crossovers.
Those two right
were
there?
cool.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
were fun. Yeah.
I appreciate that very much. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've got
those are great.
I've got like 4 more of them. Buzz Lightyear came out with another fighter, so that's the
got it.
XL15,
Yeah,
and then they
it's
come
like
out with
the
the other one.
earlier version, right? Like the
Yeah, it
X1
is,
or
yeah.
whatever.
So
Yeah.
the other one that came out, I got some Takara or Takara, however you want to pronounce that. Stickers from Toy Hacks, and I was like, I want to make one of those, so I'm going to do it with the other version.
I like
Okay.
Toy Hacks.
I don't know which
Adam,
one I
meanwhile,
want to get
Adam,
to make
meanwhile,
into
like,
a Raven, but I definitely want to do a
Toy,
Raven.
toy Hacks.
I did see you
craft my
talk
own
about that
stickers.
you wanted to do one
Yeah.
into a Night Raven. I was like,
Because they're going to make a
yeah.
Strato at some point, and I'm like, I want a Strato Viper Raven.
Speaking of
That doesn't
they're-
cost $500.
They're gonna make a 6-inch Stratoviper with no vehicle, just like
Yeah, exactly. It's like, hey, thanks for the pilot. Same with the Wild Bill
They're
and
gonna
all the
make
other pilots
Bill.
that are they're gonna make, and you're
Yeah.
just like, but
They're gonna
what's
make
the point?
Ace. It's just like, oh, cool, man. You got
Thanks, I got Ace. Where's this?
you got a
plane? Yeah,
fighter
you just-
pilot on foot. Pretty sweet, yeah.
Well, you could also turn the X-15 into a
Adam,
a-
you had something.
Sorry.
Yeah,
go
so
ahead.
speaking of like cool little spaceships, I don't know if you guys have
Yeah.
seen it, but I was in this Walmart like shopping for Christmas presents for friends and whatnot. And Imaginext makes it they made a Mr. Freeze like spaceship,
Oh, interesting.
but it's just the Captain Power spaceship, translucent blue and a little bit smaller.
Googling right now.
Yeah, like it's exactly that ship. And I was like, oh, it would be cool to buy a couple of those, and then like
Yeah.
you know,
They even made Imaginext makes some. I mean, it's pretty close to the 4-inch scale. Like the Lightyear ship. And I was like, maybe I should buy that one, like kind of because it's like only a little smaller, and I'm like just to Dremel out for the feet.
Yeah,
but when Chad started putting in seats into the X-15 or the whatever it's called, but I was like,
you're only
that's
paying
brilliant.
a little bit more for the bigger
Yeah, I know.
scale
It was.
that you don't have to
That's
do
the thing.
so
If it
much
was
work
way
for.
cheaper, it would have been a no-brainer.
Yeah,
No
it'll-
brainer.
It'll seat a 6-inch figure, comfortably, or 2 4-inch figures. Yeah, it's totally.
Yeah.
that
That's
looks
awesome.
eerily like the Captain Power ship. Eerily.
It does.
It does, yeah.
Yep. Have you guys seen that Kenner? I forget the brand, but it's basically a fire bat, but it has extra wings that fold out. Have you guys seen that thing?
From
No,
what, from
for
whom?
for
Wait,
what line?
I off the top of my head, I can't remember. I'd have to research it. Hold on.
Looks like a fire bat, huh?
Oh, I'm in suspense. I don't know what to do. Hey, so in the meantime, Joe, this is a great time for you to plug here while we have this absence. 22 December, we're doing our inaugural, or not inaugural, I'm sorry, our anniversary, 1-year anniversary, top
Annual.
10. Annual, thank you. Top 10. This is how we started way back
Oh,
when.
what?
Yes,
Look at that
that
thing.
was the first one we did. Oh, what is that?
I put the Cobra stickers on it, but there you go.
That's
There's
amazing.
a Fortnite figure in there.
It does
for you,
look
Dom.
like a fire bat.
Yes, it's got rocket
Yeah.
pods from like the old Kenner Aliens jet,
Yeah.
like how it opened up. Like
The
what?
basic mold is a fire bat, and this is a Kenner vehicle.
I demand you put in the comments what that is.
That's it. Wilhelm's got it. VR Troopers. That's it. That's what it is.
Ah,
Oh,
okay.
nice.
This used to be cheap. It is not now. This
No.
thing is not cheap at all, but it's rad. It's really rad. The
All right,
wings-
I'm glad Chad has to leave because my Whatcha Gots are basically all classified. So
We don't want another trigger episode. No, hey, Chad, I know you got to take off. Thanks so much for jumping in here when you can. Please, everybody, don't leave this stream, but be sure to check out Chad's videos. They're really fun. I love seeing his interesting take, and obviously he's very well informed and connected with the G.I. Joe lore. And the 90s night, you're right, Wilhelm, it has sold me on 90s G.I. Joes, at least some of them. So
yeah. Some of them, right? So some of them you got to pick and choose. And one more for the road, right? Because I
Sure.
love to share. I got this original '82 G.I. Joe lunchbox,
Hey, look at that.
look at
Nice.
right? And that is
is
the
there a
original.
thermos in there? There a thermos in there?
Better than
Chad?
a
Does it smell like milk?
Does it smell like old milk?
I will not open it.
Take
I
a
won't
sip.
do it.
Take the
There's
chance.
still soup
Come on.
inside.
It's like, gas. No, I'm not doing it. Mm-mm. Anyway, you guys are awesome. Thank you for having me, Adam. It was finally great to hang out with you.
Absolutely,
Joe,
Chad.
all you guys, thank you so much.
Yeah, no,
Thank
thanks,
you
Chad.
so
Take care,
much.
man. Good
Oh,
luck.
my God.
See you, Chad.
Rain
Thanks
check.
for being on.
Rain check. We'll do it again.
Now that
Oh, yeah,
that
for
guy's
sure.
gone. Oh, wait.
Segueing out of the special guest segment area.
Yeah. No,
Okay,
You know,
bye.
both their
Hey,
links
buddy.
are in the description below to their YouTube
Oh,
channel. So
Thank you, Joe. I did
problem.
not do that.
Totally fine. It's time for what you got over there.
Oh, I'm excited about what you got,
got over there?
man. Oh, Joe, I know
Yeah.
you got a bushel of goods over there. So let's start with you.
I don't know. Boatload.
Then we'll see what. No, I said bushel. It's not a boat.
Oh, a bushel. Oh, a bushel.
And we'll start with you, and then Adam, we're gonna see what you got, and then I got a couple things over here that I'm embarrassed about, but and then we'll see where this takes us. The night's young. Joe, what
sure,
you got?
Yeah, sure.
Good time.
I got, I got the repaints, so it's nothing too exciting, but I got a little some Python patrols.
I can't.
Come on, they're awesome.
So the Viper, exquisite. I will say that.
I don't
pattern
know,
on
man.
the
I
arm
really
right
love
there.
the red visor on the bat. Well, both of them,
And that's been the show tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, to me, it's like if you're gonna army build bats, they could all look the same. But I'm like, I kind of like changing it up a little bit. Getting the accessories in black is pretty fun. There's a little bit of like gunmetal on the end of that one, but mostly it's just black accessories. But I like it, man. I think I'm just gonna give like Crocmaster his own little group of soldiers or something.
If
Just be like, let's
was
make this make
here-
sense somehow.
I'm just gonna talk about Chad like he's dead. If Chad was here, he'd be rolling in his grave, Joe.
Sure. At
Thank
any
you,
rate,
Wilhelm. That's stuck in my head forever now.
so,
Freaking cue the Beastie Boys music. Here we go.
yeah, cue
Oh,
the Beastie
man.
Boys.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Adam,
we would
Adam,
get-
what's your take here, Adam? What's your
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The bat is way.
Not you,
better
Joe.
in
Not you,
person.
Adam. Adam, what's your take here?
So here's the thing: it's like I'm not a modern guy, right? All my entire collection is vintage. But if you're into modern stuff and if you're into classifieds, these are fine looking figures. These are like
They're fun repaints.
yeah, they're fun repaints, and like I'm not going to buy them, but I love that you love them, and they don't look bad at all. Like just if this was a new line, I'd love it.
You know what's funny?
I've
The
known Joe
yellow-
for years. He is calloused, and you can't hurt his feelings. Okay, Adam, don't hold back. You can't hurt that man's feelings.
No, and
He's
I don't-
Canadian. That's as bad as it gets.
I know.
I'm being very mean right now. I said I wouldn't collect it.
Yeah, he said he wouldn't buy them, and he's glad that I like them. I mean, that's
I
as mean as it
appreciate
gets.
someone not stealing other people's joy. Like I recognize
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Joe, you wasted your money.
No,
No.
it's fun. I mean,
No,
it's
no.
fun.
So again, the Python Viper, that is.
He's pretty awesome. I mean, a viper's a viper, but
cool.
like
Look
the
at that
all gray
yellow.
body, the cool weird
Oh
diamond
man, look at
pattern.
that yellow trim on the helmet. That's actually pretty cool there.
Yeah, I know. It looks pretty slick.
Yeah,
like,
no.
Again, like, which is funny because The bat, I mean, the Viper has like a painted. This belt is painted.
Oh, yeah.
The lighting I have on him is not great right now, but the piping is painted, or the belt, and it looks shiny and kind of, kind of crappy. Versus the bat, it's like plastic. It's yellow plastic, and it just kind of comes off a little better.
We'll ask this question though to you, Joe. What is the idea of having a red visor but then goggles on top of it?
Oh, I asked the same thing when I opened my 3-pack and the removable.
I mean, the regular Viper has the same thing. I don't.
Yeah.
The Viper having goggles on top of his visor helmet makes zero sense at all. I don't know.
Here's my only theory. I'll lean into the lore. The visor is some sort of heads-up LED battery-operated toggle to the computer. So you flip that up, and you still need some eye protection. So while you're driving in the stun, which is open, you drop your goggles, right? But you're right. Why wouldn't I just lower my visor? That's the only justification. Is the cheap substitute if my batteries run out. That's it. It's a redundancy. I don't know.
It is ridiculous, and yet for some reason, even though like it looks just fine without it, it just doesn't look like a Viper to me anymore. Because I'm so used to seeing the goggles on top of his helmet. It's so weird. I don't know. You're right. It's ridiculous.
A punk with toys says when you remove the chest piece, it doesn't look good. Joe, can you do a demonstration there? Look at your skin. Look at your skin. Do you shave your hand? Do you shave the back of your hands, Joe?
What are you talking about?
There's a level of questions I'm not too comfortable with.
Just look like.
What's your shaving routine?
Oh, I wish it was better.
So I'll grab the original bat real quick.
That's not bad.
And I don't have. So there's a crimson bat coming out, but I don't have that one, obviously. But I think that also looks different inside.
This feels the
original bat is more of an homage to the original hologram.
Look how glorious that thing is.
So there's like a little
the goggles. They do nothing.
So there's a little less going on. Paint apps inside the
I see it now. I see it now.
I mean, it's only a little bit less, and quite frankly, a Gundam pen will fix that right up.
Who's the bootleg G.I. Joe? Not Red Laser, but the other big bootleg G.I. Joe who makes factory-produced 3/4-inch figures. He makes all the different bats out there too. Like this kind of feels like Hasbro's following that. Oh, we'll make a Crimson Bat and a Python Bat. Like,
well, the Crimson Bat, I think. Well, the Python Patrol Bat has old. Isn't there a vintage one, or is there never a vintage one?
No, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't remember.
Someone in the chat help me out. Who's the bootleg guy? Somewhat controversial to buy from him. Not Red Laser, the other guy. So.
Well, I don't mind the bat being thrown in with a Python Patrol paint apps.
I would love if his company's name was not Red Laser.
Black Major. That's it. Thank you. I knew. Tip of my tongue.
Black Major, Red Laser. It's all the same.
No, so Red Laser also did it, but he stopped. Black Major has kept going. And I actually have I almost bought Adam the Canadian. He's got a Canadian bat and a Canadian white Crimson Guard with a Canadian leaf on there too. So the maple leaf. So interesting. Okay.
At any rate, Python Patrol just repaints. We've already talked about the Viper exhaustively, including the goggles, Adam, and the bat.
Where were you? And where were you on January 6th?
That was my first What You Got.
Yeah.
Dom.
Adam, what you got? I'm really actually very curious to see what you got.
So, I bought off of the Facebook Marketplace this lot of Motu guys.
Whoa!
So it was a big lot.
Yeah.
And it was $50 for the lot, and it was like a lot of beaters and whatnot. And I love that because you get custom stuff and fodder and whatnot. Now there was a scare glow in the lot.
Oh, nice!
But it was a lady selling a collection that she had like got from her husband, and I said like, keep this. I'm not taking this from you because that's worth change. I have one in my collection.
Mm-hmm.
I would just flip it to make money. So I was like, I'll buy all these beaters off you, but keep the scare glow. That's for you. Like you sell that for big money. But in the box of all the common beaters and whatnot, I found this guy. Who is the rarest of Skeletors. So he is the pink cheeks.
Oh wow!
Black boot, purple underwear. So like the very first release of Skeletor. So he's real janky. He's in rough shape. He's got good bones.
But you've done a rubber band video before on swapping those out, right?
So I sent you a picture earlier today.
Oh! I've got that in here. Hold on.
There's a little
I didn't know what this was. I thought it was cow testicles.
Right.
Here you go.
What that is that's a game changer. I'm going to be showing in my next video that I designed up and printed off.
Oh,
and so
nice.
that is a new way to put He-Man legs back onto Motu figures. Because no matter how good you are, I consider myself very good at changing He-Mans. I'm very good at it.
Okay. I won't argue.
It takes me like 20 minutes to do it, and it's still terrifying that I'm going to break things doing it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So with this thing that I've invented or designed, I can do it now in 5 minutes, and there's no risk of beating anything, and the legs are as good, if not better, than a He-Man.
Nice.
So that's
I'm excited.
So I'm very, very excited about that. But yeah, this is a Skeletor I've been looking for a long time, and just happened to be in the bunch that were there. So this was a really big, exciting find for me. So
if you notice the trend, Adam, and we gave the shout out last time we did a stream too. The things that are most appealing to Joe and I, and I'm going to speak for him here, I'm going to mansplain for him, is that it's the imagination and the you hush down. I'll talk for you. Is the imagination and the creativity and what you just pointed out to the risk. I'm gonna Chad just open up a vintage sealed vehicle, and he's gonna apply greebles to a his tank. Like that stuff is awesome. I love seeing the videos where you are like, I'm gonna take a risk and crack open this figure. What you just showed, an exclusive, a rare figure. I'm gonna take a risk and try to improve this thing. Like that is awesome. That is better, and I'm not knocking it by any means. That is better for me than seeing a toy review and talking about articulation or talking about other stuff. Like that's the kind of stuff that resonates, and I think that's what draws me to your channel too. So
well, and that's what was with my channel. As like I could review Classified Duke if I wanted, but there's already 100 channels doing that. So I just wanted to my whole channel started with my buddy being like, "You're fixing toys, just put it on the internet." And I was like, "All right, I'll put it on the internet." And so it's
like
fun.
No, and not sucking up, but like originally when we were on a stream together, I was like, yeah, okay, I gotta check all these guys' channels. Okay, click, let's see. And honestly, like I saw your channel, I was like, okay, it looks like a tour review, and I went through and I was listening to your intro. I was like, yeah, history of, okay, I've heard history ofs, and now I'm going to. I was like, wait, what did he just say? And like I zoomed in, I stopped like whatever I was multitasking. I was like, what is he doing? And your last video when you showed the speed up the 3D modeling and doing all this stuff, I was like, this is really interesting. Like it's cool to see that performance or that creativity being applied. Like very cool. So
yeah,
this totally went way deeper into what you got. But I'm sorry, like that is why Joe and I
this is
a
like, deep what you got.
Yeah. But this is what's appealing to us is this creativity.
100%.
Yeah. So,
Dom, what you got over there?
I've been talking to other people so long, I forgot I'm supposed to present stuff. So let me pull this up real quick. Luckily, I turned on my camera this time, Joe. All right, I have a whole heap of stuff going on back here because we're getting ready for our 2022, and I've been pulling out all the figures for this year. I've bought a couple toys this year, Joe. Just one, maybe two.
Yeah, we kind of cut off our own announcement, but yeah, we're doing the classic top 10 of the year scenario. Yeah.
But I'm shocked.
Dom and I decided both separately but simultaneously that we would put every toy we bought up this year
every
in
toy.
the pile.
And I'm shocked how many Marvel Legends I have, and then today is no exception. I've got 3 Marvel Legends here for display. So, Walgreens exclusive Baron Zemo. I actually was going to pass this guy.
It's a good looking Zemo.
So that's what happened. I saw someone do a toy review. I was like, doggone, now I've got to get this Zemo. Comes the really lame sword, but has cool swords, Joe? Mythically. I knew, man. See? So Adam's not your best friend. I'm your best friend. Doggone it. So
I didn't say Adam was my best friend, Dom. Don't be ridiculous. I've known you for decades, but he's my soulmate.
And it hurt
He's my
soulmate.
feelings.
Yeah. Well, now I'm texting Lauren. So anyway, I'm going to swap out that sword. So Baron Zemo, found him at Walgreens. Got him. Yeah. Great. Okay. Arcade.
Yeah.
So here's why I got him. $11.
Man in a white suit with a silly bow tie.
Yeah, but $11, and he completed this Sasquatchian alien here, which I only got him by pieces randomly because the figures were on sale, or I like some of the figures. So I was like, ugh, $11 to finish a Build-A-Figure. Okay, I'll get arcade.
No,
so
that's totally worth it. That's totally worth it.
Yeah. So I got this guy, and then Ironheart here.
Dom, one might say that's a no-brainer.
Oh, is it? Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Finishing
I'll
a
classify
Build-A-Fig?
this number.
For
For $11 too, right?
Yeah, for
like
$11,
half the price of the
no-brainer.
figure. And so basically, I get a Build-A-Figure figure for $11 and a free action figure with it, right? So, but you know what you can do with the arcade head? And someone, I think it was Wilhelm who actually brought this up originally, was you can have a barbecue head.
Oh, it's barbecue.
It's barbecue. Now it is a little small, and also it doesn't stay on at all. What? Now, of course, it stays on. It doesn't stay on. It won't stay on no matter. Okay, it's completely staying on, but it's a little wobbly like a bobblehead on there. But that could be a little barbecue there. I don't know. So, that was an added bonus. But
I buy it.
The Ironheart from MCU. I'm not a huge Ironheart fan, and it's not because I'm like, oh, that's not my Iron Man. She didn't appeal to me. The suit looked cool. This was actually
for me. It's not like lack of appeal. It's just I haven't read anything with her. I'm not like super current with Marvel right now, so like I haven't really read a lot.
She's not even that current. This is to the Black Panther movie, the sequel, which I haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest though, I'm really regretting this figure. Like it is cool,
Really?
like the design, but like I don't know, it's pinless, so it's really hard to move. But these things pop out constantly, and like it is cool. She comes with smoke effects, but she was also like a deluxe, so she was like $33.
Ooh.
And honestly, the comic book version they came out with this year is way better. And I got this on a whim, and in my regrets, this is one of my regret toys to purchase. But for Marvel Legends that I don't
So
regret
she's
getting-
making your top 10 then, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Top 10 regrets.
It is,
Yeah.
top 10
regrets.
is, Gorr. So
Oh, we're going right into Gorr.
I am a big God of Thunder, or the God Bomb.
You made me read that.
Yeah, and then you guys did a podcast on your show.
That's true. Yeah.
What's it called again?
It's called the Mobius Couch.
The Mobius Couch. You guys did a really good review on this comic book. And I love comic Gorr over MCU Gorr, so I actually didn't get MCU Gorr, and I got this one, and he's pretty cool. He's got the cool alien feet on there, and he's got these like Star Wars fatty tendrils are coming off the back.
I mean, comic book Gorr is way better than MCU Gorr.
Yeah, and I'm fine with what angle they took on it. My only problem with the figure is that he is pinned and he's stiff, which is good. But these things right here are so stiff that if I pose him, they're like a tripod. They get in the way. Like he can't do anything with that. So I am definitely gonna look for some sort of cloth substitute to get this. Look at this. Like he's standing on this cape. Like that's no good.
Sweet, looks like he's jumping.
Yeah. So you're right. Look at that. Like he can stand on just that stuff alone. You're right, Adam. Doggone your positivity. You're right. Now I can get him an action pose with just his cape. But he can also like walk around on this. You know what I mean? Like this is not.
It is. I mean, I'm a huge cloth goods fan as you're well aware.
Yeah.
So I would immediately strip that off of him.
It's
that
pretty
would flow
simple
with the movement of the character.
Yeah, I mean, look at it. It's just a shawl wrapped around with too long in the front and a tattered back.
You could get like a Darth Maul cloak and just shred it yourself.
There you go. Yep, that's it. So that's gonna be my one addition. I do like the Necro Blade attached to the hand. That's pretty cool. He is fun. We can play with him with Adventures. We can play with him with Marvel Legends, but he's not going to the top 10. But he's still a fun buy. And I've got like a Marvel Select Thor, which is a Jason Aaron type Thor. So these two fit in perfectly. So that's my Marvel Legends. What you got? Yeah, man.
That arcade figure also could be any role that Eric Stoltz played in '87.
or the Lex Luthor from the Batman vs Superman too. Yeah. Adam, I'm so glad you're here.
Just
tonight.
right. Put him right next to Batfleck. Will fit right in.
Yeah, it just fits right in there.
Awesome.
Henry Cavill Superman just punching him straight in the face.
Oh, I'd love that.
Joe, what you got, buddy?
I got Krang.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, it's Krang. It's a brain in a jar. It's
You
Krang.
get ripped
No.
off. That's Strang.
Wait, I know what this is.
Yes. I got Dr. Mindbender.
Oh, that's not what I thought it was.
What do you think it was?
I thought it was the new BBTS toy line, the monster type themes. Where they
Oh,
have
yes, no,
yeah, but
that's
that's too
similar.
soon. So, yeah, that guy's. Hey, wait, take off his cape on the shoulders. Did you get the classic rub that everyone's complaining about?
I did. It's kind of under there. You can see it there. I can't tell if it's the silver. So some of it looks like the silver from
Yeah, huh?
the straps, but
Everyone was
I don't know.
really upset by that.
I honestly, I don't really care. I was already planning on getting him like a black trench coat or a doctor's coat to go
Oh,
to
there you
like
go.
change that out anyway. So I don't really mind. But
I
I
recently
can see
took-
how that would annoy people.
I recently took a magic eraser to a figure, you know, those like spongy looking things, and it was able to take off gently brushing it, was able to take off other figure rubs on that paint. So give that a little try. Like, and
Yeah,
that
I'm
made
sure.
things
I I don't, like I said, it's not a huge deal breaker for me, so like I don't mind all that much. But yeah, he's pretty awesome, man. He comes with some cool accessories. Wasn't too expensive. He was like a deluxe figure, but he wasn't like
Yeah.
too much above a regular figure. It was like another $10 or $15 or something like that. He comes with the skull, and you can actually take it apart and put the brain
gross.
back into the skull.
Why
which I
is that
thought
a
was
function?
pretty awesome.
It's so
Mummified
gnarly.
skull prop.
By the time all the rest of the stuff is decomposed, the brain would be gone too. What is this?
No, it still works. Look, here, I'll just do it real quick.
I have always thought this with Mindbender. Why is that guy so jacked? My only lean into the lore is that he is doing some sort of bioscience where he's like, my metabolism is
that's all.
3,000.
None of those muscles are real. Are you kidding?
Yeah, no. He's got the shaker weight, but for his abs and chest. Yeah.
Yeah. You can put the brain back into the head, which I
gosh.
love. And then also like, so he comes with like this zombie hand that he's clearly started to work on already, and then that also can come out of there if you wanted to, and also has its own little thing. He's
Very
got
cool.
different
Ryan.
attachments for his gun, or his weird
Ryan, sweetie, what's up? I gave you a call.
science thing.
Oh, Ryan's here. Fantastic.
Yeah.
What a beauty.
What I thought was cool is like he's got whatever this tool is, like if he's, I don't know, extracting DNA through some ridiculous science that doesn't make any sense, but it can plug onto his belt,
Yeah.
which I thought was pretty neat.
That's classic, like the '80s version too.
Oh, it is, but
so,
it's also.
cool.
But I just kind of like appreciate how they were like, oh, it goes into a canister and it plugs onto his
Yeah,
belt,
that's
and he
cool.
actually-
Yeah.
He also has
Some sort of
like, an
utility-
inoculation gun and an
yeah.
actual pistol too.
Of course.
So, you know.
You got to put down those experiments once they get out of control, man.
Yeah. But he's pretty awesome. I mean, he's pretty awesome. It is straight 80s nonsense, Dr. Mindbender. But, I mean, just, like, really, really solid representation of this insane figure. But
Adam, how
I
you
do
feeling?
love
How
how
you
his
feeling about
monocle is, like, tech-based. It's not just, like, a
Oh,
monocle.
interesting.
Like, there's something going on there, kind of,
wait.
like...
No, wrong. Classic '80s Mindbender had him on. Wrong, not my Mindbender. Hashtag. I love it.
At
That's
any
cool.
rate, pretty fun figure.
Adam, what's your take on the classic Mindbender classified here?
Again, it's very much like the bat. Like it's not for me, but I'm super happy Joe loves it, right? And like, and there's
Dog
nothing
on
wrong
it.
with he's got great accessories. He's got great sculpting. Like it's got all the numbers add up. Like it looks like a great buy. I would never buy it because I have my old '80s Mindbender. But yeah, if I was into classifieds, this is a definite get. And I do like that he does look like he's unmistakably Mindbender. Or
the head sculpts
run of
is amazing.
classifieds that came out were like subject to interpretation, but this is clearly Mindbender. So I love that.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I would never have thought paid too much attention to a bald figure. I mean, especially when you have the 4-inch figures, but you can see the shape of a human skull underneath that head. That's incredible detailing for a bald figure. I was like, wow, that's pretty awesome. I mean, just the head sculpt alone is really spectacular.
No matter how much people complain about, and I joke about the neckbeard guy, but that is something to counter that criticism. Is the details they're putting into this, the Stalker scar, the Storm Shadow.
Yes,
these are such good figures. I often wonder if you break the G.I. Joe IP and let these people make the creators, the sculptors, developers, designers make a non-associated IP, how excellent the figures would be in a standalone. Like, can you imagine if these guys broke away like Four Horsemen and made their own pseudo-military, much like a Valiverse, like they would have an outstandingly detailed and well-done toy line that no one can criticize because they can't compare to an 80s toy. Like, these are great toys.
So I don't know his name because I don't pay that close attention to the sculptors.
If only Chad was here with us.
If only Chad was here.
If only Chad was here.
There's like one guy that's kind of responsible for, not all of them by any stretch of the imagination, but a lot of the really good ones that were all like, oh my god, did you see, Major Blood, for instance, like is his, like kind of thing. So the guy that like made Major Blood, and there's some really good sculpts, and I found out like at least, I don't know, 4 out of 5 were his, and I was like, whoa, you're crushing it now. Yeah. I'm not sure who, again, apologies, I don't remember his name, but like doing good work over there,
I'll tell Chad to come back, jump in the comments after this and add in there. He'll know. So, Adam, do you have another What You Got?
Yeah. So in the box,
yes.
In the box of Motu stuff I had, there was a couple of the Remco Galaxy Warrior figures.
Okay, I need to stop you. You can't trump us with your What You Gots. Okay, this is our show. You can't one box to rule them all. What is this? Good. And
I got one box filled with amazing toys.
Yeah.
I'm not into the Remco stuff. Like, I'm Motu purist.
Yeah.
So there was like in a local group, there was like a trading Tuesday, so I put a couple of these guys up. And so a guy who was like real local to me was like, "Hey, I like Remco stuff. Here's what I have for trade." And I was able to get a figure I've been looking for a long time. He's not super rare, hard to get, but I just hadn't come across him. And so I was able to get a non-transformed Moomra with his
cool.
I did a straight up trade, one for one. So the box kept giving, and now I can add this guy.
Kept giving. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. So not to take away this one, I saw that you had a Pirates of Darkwater display.
Yeah, love the Pirates of Darkwater.
Man, that show is so good.
Icy tot. The show was great. The toys are great, and even the Sega Genesis game was pretty fantastic.
Chungalunga. It's so good, man.
The Sega Genesis game that I never played. Sounds great.
It's fantastic. I was happy to get Mumra. This is one of the figures that, as a kid, I was like, why would anybody want to play with that? It seems like a waste of a figure to me.
Sure. It's like Emperor Palpatine. Like, nah.
Right.
Back when he was a traffic cone.
I think he's cooler than the actual Mumra. Like, I'm very pumped about this little crotchety old man.
You know what's funny? Joe, when he came out to visit, he brought his old shriveled Mumra from Super 7. And after playing with that guy, I was like, this guy's super fun, man. Yeah, you're right.
He's so fun.
Other steroided Mumra, like he's a dime a dozen. Like the 90s covered all those big guys. You're right.
Yeah, big old dude, like shriveled old man in like actual cloth goods. That's like like I love it. Yeah. Oh, that's all cool. The loose straps that are like on him. It's great.
Doggone it, Adam. It wasn't a contest. You pulled him out, and then somebody in the comments said you just won. Yep, here it is. Treasure for Trigger said you just won. I agree.
Adam wins.
Good job. That's awesome, man.
I didn't know it was a competition, but I'm glad I won. I should get a belt of some sort.
Yeah.
Oh, you get 5 points. Chad had 2. You get 5.
5 points. Fantastic.
Chad had 2. You have 5. My last one is Serpentor.
This I command.
Yeah, he's ridiculously awesome. Came with the air chariot, which is way bigger than he has any right to be. Actually, I brought a picture.
He's a big dude. He's canon-wise, he's a big dude. Yeah, he's imposing.
Oh, I know, but dumb. Like he's like head and shoulders above other.
You have a viper back there. Pull him up. Yeah, you got a viper right there. Well,
vipers are actually kind of tall. Like look at Duke.
Oh wow! No, that makes sense. He towered Duke in the movie, right? Like
but.
No. I agree. That's a good scale. No, I agree with their decision. Hands up. Hasbro, good job.
Yeah, he's fantastic. I mean, he comes with a plethora of accessories, so I just took a picture so it'd be easier.
Ooh. Wow. Figure of the year, huh, Ryan? Okay.
I agree. They killed this design. Like his... Every little detail on him is spectacular. He does come with like the solid snake back head. So if you even wanted that like seamless look, which I
as
don't.
Soon as you said Solid Snake, all I imagine is the broom, snake.
Well, no, it's got, so he's got
game,
this that you can plug his.
No,
head
I
into
get it. I'm sorry. Yeah.
And but then it steals away his head articulation. So like I'm like, well, why would I ever want that? But the shortened claw, like, and the longer claw is fantastic.
Yes,
like you
that's
can
cool.
like make it retract, and then he's got the snake and a sword, and he even has the ridiculously amazing stabbing snake.
From the movie. Yeah.
Which I love. I actually can't put him up against Sarge because I don't have Sarge yet. Sarge.
Oh, you just broke Zazel's heart.
I mean, he's on the way.
That would be interesting. So, I mean, like, Sarge fought Nemesis and Enforcer, right? He didn't go toe-to-toe with Serpentor in the movie, so that would be an interesting comparison, though. So,
yeah, but he even comes with this ridiculous stabby snake.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Which it is awesome, because look at this.
He's in a coma. Duke's in a coma.
I just had to know. I was like, I have to throw this at Duke.
That's great.
But anyway, yeah, he's ridiculously cool. I mean, like unlike Mindbender, no weird paint scuffing. Although his arms are so gigantic that like when you move them, I can't imagine you won't get slow destruction under
the rub,
here, like, as the snake texture scrapes over it. But even the back is like the design goes all the way up his back. It's pretty amazing. Yeah, but it's coolly futuristic in the right places, like on this shit. You know, like it's not just like he's got living snakes wrapped around his body.
Doggone it, Joe! Now I
he's
gotta
awesome.
Get Serpentor.
The air chariot alone. I mean, it's so big. Hold on. Like even this has this
it's got
feature.
Dual 50 cals and one in the mouth. What?
Yeah.
What is this, James Bond?
Little gun in the
what
mouth.
can you do with 2 that you can't do with 3? Like I don't understand.
Just to add on, just like pew pew.
I mean, the detailing on this thing is amazing. It even has like little landing gear, so when it, you can kind of actually, which constantly fall in on themselves as you push. If you push down on it from the top, the turbine spins. Like there's a lot of detailing on this.
Punk Toys did a review on this figure and compared it to the O-ring. He said just spot on, Joe, and he found those details in the O-ring too. So hey, go check out a Punk Toys review of this figure too. Not that I'm taking away from Joe's review right now, but go check out that video.
How dare you, Dom?
Well,
How dare you? But yeah, the snake texture on the cape is amazing. He's just all around fantastic. He just towers over everyone. It's ridiculous. I mean, even next to Roadblock, or I assume Sergeant Slaughter will be close to that size, and Gung Ho are on the bigger box.
The snakehead has retractable fangs.
Has fangs? Oh, so I think he just means inside.
Do they come retractable? They're Joe. Retract means come in and out like a.
I mean, there's something up in there, but it's not fangs.
There's a mechanism of something.
Oh, there is.
Oh, man, isn't that fun? Thanks for the comments. Oh, that's awesome.
Holy.
Hey, Ratface also has a Serpentor review.
Look at that.
Sure check out. Look at that. It pops out. You were today years old when you found out about the fangs retracting.
I had no idea.
Oh, man. That's awesome. Thanks, guys.
The classic gold snake that is now realistically painted, he comes with as well, which is, I mean, it's fun.
That's great. This
Flip
is what I'm
them down.
About. I saw this figure and I'm like, Serpentor. So again, I hated the cartoon Serpentor. I loved the comic Serpentor. Like he's actually a leader. He was attending to the wounded vipers. He was digging sandbags with the troops. He had all the charisma of leadership. And I was like, oh man, I love this guy. But like the toy, I was like, whatever. But man, Joe, doggone it. I did not have this in my budget.
And look at this. Look how
get that silly my men like
courage. I mean, like you can just look down at him.
That's awesome.
It's amazing.
Oh, that's great. No, that's cool, man. That's really good.
Yeah, Serpentor.
Adam, do you have anything negative to say about this?
I will say this. I'll say something that's maybe not negative, just an observation.
You're just all pessimism raining on his parade. Go ahead. Steal his joy, Adam.
The internet is running wild with everybody cracking up their Serpentors and getting Serpentors. Does anybody else see his face sculpt like that's a little bit too Ashton Kutchery for me?
No, because I love Ashton Kutcher, so there's not enough. Just
But he
more.
kind of looks like that male model chiseled face that a Gap ad would use.
That's.
I mean, he
Oh,
definitely has that look about him of like being perfectly. But isn't that what he is? Like he's physical.
Yeah, I
perfect.
just think he could make more money modeling Gap jeans than.
Yeah, he should just give up. He should just give up.
Then
this,
leading
like,
a
whole
terrorist
take over the world
organization.
thing.
Yeah, he's too pretty to be a bad guy.
Yeah, taking
So
over the world's overrated. Just become a male model.
All
You know?
he's got is him laying down with a snake covering up his crotch and
You're
just
just
stark
like-
naked. Yeah.
I mean, the guy is gigantic. Have you seen him? He's like cut from marble.
I use scale for men.
Right, you can do a whole line of snake themed things, right?
That's
At
great,
any rate.
Your skin.
Yeah, Serpentor's fantastic. I don't. Maybe he'll crack my top 10. We'll have to see
No.
in the next stream.
So I love a punk with toys. I'm all about crossing those lines, right? So Serpentor leads the Valaverse coil guys. Like, yes, I can easily see that blend there. So that's pretty
Yeah. And, I mean, Serpentor is a no-brainer.
Yeah. Yeah.
gotta get
So
it done.
you know what? You've sold me on that figure. Like I passed the Mind passed the Serpentor, and now that I'm seeing him, I'm like,
Yeah. Serpentor, man. I mean, like, he's so absurd, and yet...
no, that's
Man.
a beautiful. Again, this is the golden age of action figures that people are
I mean,
poo-pooing.
if you play like the way that we do most of the time, where it's not just G.I. Joe and we're throwing him in with everybody else, like, he leads the Snake Men from Mimotu?
Despite, oh, there you go.
You know what I
Yes.
mean? Just like a golden god serpent man. Like, it's amazing. He's awesome.
Adam, the 2000X Cobra, not Cobra Con.
King
Help me
Hiss.
out. King Hiss was very similar. Yeah, absolutely. Oh man, Joe, that's spot on, dude. Treasure for Trigger Crocmaster is excellent. I got that guy, and like I use the.
Oh yeah,
sling blade.
Crocmaster's great. Look
Oh,
back
yeah.
at our Whatcha Gots. He's in there somewhere.
Yeah. He's got the sling blade voice going on with that.
Yeah.
Look. Yeah, he's awesome.
That's why I was
dude.
like, I'm gonna get these Python patrols and just give them to Crocmaster. He's gonna have his own little
that's
squad.
awesome. That's awesome. All right, I only got one more. What you got here? How do I do this again? Here we go. Okay. So I did not get this because I like Savage He-Man. I honestly don't care about Savage He-Man at all. I found this on Amazon like a cyber deal. I got it for the Orko. It's a super,
That's a cool Orko, man.
It's a super fun Orko. I love Revelations. Finn is a huge Orko fan. You can see he's already put a Mythic Legion's crossbow in his hands there. So not only is he casting magic, he's also firing out magic arrows. He's really cool. His head swivels around. Really, like, this is a great addition to this figure. They didn't have to do that. Most Orkos are static, so this can move around. This
You know,
is
the
cool.
Motu Origins Orko moves really well too.
Yeah,
in that manner.
But I don't care about that. But
Well,
also
you got
the-
him for my son, and I wanted.
No,
to
I know. I'm just kidding, Joe. I actually, it's just hurt that you called Adam your soulmate. But the stand is interesting because it has this pivot right here. Oh, my hand's blocking the way. What? No, this hand, Dom. This hand.
Hold
It
on a
has this
second. Hold
hinge.
on a second, Dom. Hold on a second. This
Okay.
is important. This is important.
All right, let's pause.
Adam,
I
both
wish
of our
we had
sons
a
are named
cue.
Grayson, right? I mean, like it's obvious. I mean,
Well,
we were meant to be.
is it a no-brainer?
Yeah, yeah,
Go
we were
ahead.
meant to be.
Cue up the
I mean, it's a no-brainer. Dom. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Our sons
Well,
are
I'm not
named Grayson,
I'm not going to change
separately
my son's
and
name.
independently of each other.
I won't change my son's names, but I'll change my wife's name to Grayson. Okay. So
It's a bit weird.
Grayson Wayne is a great name, by the way.
it's a weird flex. That is a great name, Adam. That's pretty awesome. The only thing I could top that is that I have a buddy named Drew who was able to trick his wife into naming all his kids after that really weird C-Lab show. So he took part of their
Lab
names.
2021.
Yeah, he
Like a
took part of
prank?
their names. Yeah. So, once he told me that, I was crying in tears. Like, no. I took this part of this name. I merged these people's names.
I mean, that
and
show is fantastic, and
But the
I
fact
applaud
he
him.
pulled that over on her and he hasn't told her, and I actually regret saying that name on camera.
Well,
but
she's
like,
watching now. She's gonna clearly be
Oh
angry.
no, she's cutting his
100%.
throat as we speak.
Sorry, Dom. You didn't finish with the Orko. I'm sorry.
No, he's cool. So like, but here's the trick, man. It was a cyber deal, so it was $11. So 2 figures. I honestly
Yeah.
don't care about Savage He-Man at all. this is a great Orko. Articulate. He's got this cool scarf and like the.
I mean,
hinge
you got a
movement
random
here.
savage monkey man to
He's
like.
a barbarian that I'm
Yeah.
gonna find. I actually have a spare Beastman harness that'll put
there you
put
go.
on him. Yeah,
Yeah,
give
he
us
makes
Mythic
the
Legion
$11
stuff.
worthwhile.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
you
I
can
agree.
get a Brendan Fraser mummy figure from the 90s and make him into Corpse of the Jungle.
Tarzan.
You just made my wife really happy.
There you
She
go.
loves that movie.
100%. That's one of the best talking gorillas in the world.
Why does everyone love Brendan Fraser for like this last year? What was that surge of like love Brendan
he's
Fraser?
just-
I mean, he's
That's
doing
awesome.
awesome stuff, man.
I guess.
Yeah.
What's he
I-
done wrong is the question. Like that's
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I haven't done that much wrong in my life either. You know, I'm not on the internet and all of a sudden.
Yeah,
viral,
but I
so-
mean, no one, loves you. You know.
this is two slants against me: soulmate and no one loves me. Joe, this is
I
the
didn't.
Well, I mean,
say
I
love
love you.
I just didn't.
It's
disagree
too
with
late.
you.
I don't need kitty love. That's not what I want. These are words of affirmation that I need. Get what you
That's
got?
been what you got over there.
Because it's not love. We don't have what you love.
It's not what you love over there.
Yeah, clearly. Hey, so we're running over, but Adam, do you have
We're
a
way
cool
over.
custom or what you're playing with that you? Who's Oh, there you go.
Uh,
Ryan Sweeney and Zazel are throwing some love my way. So yeah, that's worth its weight in gold.
I mean, Slaughter, he's okay. He's all right.
So out of the box of Motu guys that is continuously given, there was like 4 Stinkors in there. So I was like,
You're
what
getting
can
a lot out of that box.
a lot of use out of the box. So I said, what can I do with the Stinkor body, which essentially is just a Skeletor body that's painted differently, right? So then I have one of my favorite customs is my Motu movie He-Man that I made, and so I was like, I should make a counterpart and kind of like a movie style Skeletor. So
Okay.
Stinkor became this movie style Skeletor here.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so I loved him so much that I also made another one and put him on a card,
What?
so I could
That's
have
amazing.
Final Battle Skeletor on a movie style card.
That's really cool.
That's
Good work.
that. So now I have one on the shelf and one on the card. We just dropped this.
That is man.
So that,
Man, and you just created that out of some Stinkors that were just randomly in that box.
yeah, Stinkors.
Now, how do they smell? Is my key.
Okay, so I went through the 5 I had and found the ones that smelled the least. And I was like, those ones can be Skeletor.
Those ones will be Skeletor, yeah. The
Yeah,
least
like the
stinky of
Chewie.
them. Yeah.
But no, so I've really fallen down the like custom Skeletor road lately. And so with all my Motu customs, I've talked to Dom about this before. I don't know if I'll talk to you about it, Joe. But I have a rule that it needs to appear like it did in 86, 87. Like
Yes.
it needs to look
Okay.
like
I like that.
in the line. And so, you know,
It has
Yeah,
to,
It's
it has
so
to
you're giving
fit
yourself
OT.
like structure.
Yes. Yeah,
Right.
I like that. Yeah.
and so once I came up and designed replacement Skeletor armor, like just like actual regular Skeletor armor,
Yeah.
I then had a base I could go and make other armors with, and you can get naked Skeletors all over the place. So there was another naked Skeletor in the box that was actually a Dragon Blaster Skeletor without his
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
And so then I thought, what would happen if Skeletor was in a fight with He-Man, and then He-Man like broke his Havoc staff, and he no longer had magic, and he had to just get really good at fighting. And then
Oh,
I thought
wow.
we could have Blade Master Skeletor.
Oh, look at
Where-
that.
He's just all sorted up.
Well, I'm gonna put you up on solo here.
Yeah, I like the I love the armor
Look at
detail. So you
that,
did you
man.
print that?
Yeah, so I print that, and then you put it
Yeah.
in hot water and kind of mold it around him. And then
Now that hot water trick, I've heard that doesn't work.
right doesn't work. It works fantastic.
Yeah, it doesn't work
And
at
then
all.
he's got all these compartments where you can hold all his swords.
Look at that,
flip
man.
him around, man.
You just
Flip him around,
modeled
flip him around.
that? That's amazing.
Ah,
so
look at
he's
that.
ready to
Adam.
go
Man.
into battle. So like that to me is a fun Skeletor. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, of course
Um,
it is.
in the video that I'm going to be restoring this Skeletor, it's going to be called a Skeletor de Force. I'm going to go through all my Skeletor customs and I'm going to talk about.
I forgot about the puns for all your titles. I did
Skeletor
neglect to bring that up. All your titles have puns, yeah.
But I'm going to talk about Blade Master Skeletor. I'm going to restore this one, go through some other ones like the dungeon escape Skeletor, and then I have another one that I'm going to be making. I'm not going to show it here because I don't want to reveal all the secrets.
No, that's cool.
But there's another.
No, don't. Yeah, hold some stuff
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
His show description or his show link to his channel is in the description below.
Which I forgot to do.
I hope that the Skeletor that I'm the other one I'm going to show on the show gets glowing reviews. That's all I'll say.
Listen. I have to insist. You put something in that thumbnail to make it clickable, man. Like honestly, like your videos, like they're so. Like your craft in these things is so good. Like you got to give us a teaser in that front thumbnail, man. Make us jump into it. But I'm excited to see what you get. I really love to see the art flow.
And then the other custom. It's not even custom. It's just the repro stuff. He should be walking dead fighting zombies.
Yeah, I agree.
But I was able to find a near naked Hex. And then so I was able to design up a new vest, hat, and weapons. So he's
that's awesome.
That brave star. We'll get him next time.
He's a direct competitor to my redone Brave Stars. Now you said that you were a big Brave Star fan, Joe.
Yeah.
Did you see the poncho that I made for Brave Star?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, hold on. I'll crack him out of here.
You know what I loved about Brave Star, just to fill this 30 seconds that you were looking for this. They were like 7-ish. They were a lot bigger than most of the other toys. They were a little taller. Right. But again, it goes back to G.I. Joe, and what I loved about G.I. Joe as a kid is the articulation, and Brave Star's articulation was top notch, and compared to He-Man 5-point POA or granted they had the rubber band.
I wanted those to fit in with my Motu so badly.
Yeah, but I just love the articulation.
Yeah,
the fact that I could play with them. And move them in realistic ways is what sold that line to me when I was a kid.
Yeah,
this was my Brave Star homage to Clint Eastwood. Was to give him a.
I love the blue and silver.
Yeah, it's got blue and silver, right?
It's got to be. Yeah.
Joe is a big spaghetti western fan, by the way.
Oh yeah.
This is my favorite Brave.
Underneath there, he has a piece of sheet metal.
That's right.
This actually was just printed flat and then sculpted around him, so it's like a hard plastic.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So,
they bring gold. They bring gold.
That's good. That kind of segues us into the last little thing we got over there. Is what you playing with over there?
That is what he's playing with. That is.
Yeah. That's what I was
Dom, do you have something for this week?
No, man. So I didn't put anything on there. I wanted to make sure Adam and Chad were able to get out there. So
my only real quick thing is this guy right here, and this is not what the point is, but
that's Zazel. Zazel's on there.
I got Outback, and Dom knows that I weirdly fell in love with this figure right away, and I got him a jacket, but it's too little, so I gave it to Lady J.
Oh,
but the jacket's really cool, man. I was like, let me get him some army, cover up that orange T-shirt kind of thing.
Where'd you get that from?
Oh, I got his card right here, actually.
You went third party.
I just found it.
Oh, good eBay. For you, man.
So it's Crow Toys. He makes some cool jackets, but again, he had it pictured on a Mezco Punisher, and I was like, maybe it'll fit him. And it just got the bicep area would just not fit.
That looks a lot like the coat from the first Terminator movie.
It's a great. I mean, she's got a bill on the hood and stuff. It's awesome. But I'm just well, that's cool. I'll just give it to Lady J or a tinier figure. But I was, I'm still in search of cool gear for Outback to be more, That's my only what you.
I've said it once. I'll say it before. He looks like he's wearing some sort of Singapore beer, Target Zing, or some sort of truck stop, vitamin pack you buy at the gas station. You know what I mean? Or I don't know. Yeah. It's just what do you, some I don't know. It's weird. It's weird.
I don't know. Outback for some reason. I'm just I don't know why. I don't have original Outback. Sure, I have a huge connection to that. Yeah. Figure. But Tiger Force Outback, I'm whatever. But for some reason, the old man beard head. I'm just I love it. The orange shirt's ridiculous. It's even more ridiculous than the white T-shirt that says Survival. I'm just I love this figure. But I think I'm just gonna buy him a bunch of gear for no reason. But in first try, fail.
In Canada, we have a football team called the Hamilton Tiger Cats, and the logo is eerily
similar.
Like, you could sell that at the merch stand as like, this is Santa Claus Tiger Cat fan.
Yeah, Gridiron Studios is great. The rifle that she's holding currently is Action Force. Yeah, Valor.
Yeah, Valor.
But
Ryan's
I do have some Gridiron stuff.
Ryan's a big fan of Gridiron. The only problem I have, Ryan, is that because of how I diversify my toy collection, doubling down on one accessory, they are worth the price point. Like, let me put it that way. They are worth the price point, but for me, it's a higher price point, and because of how I budget, I'm like, every time I'm like, I really want it, but
I want to get some of Gridiron stuff, but like a Valorverse pack of weapons is like $12 versus. Like,
I know, so
know.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah,
Like, but Gridiron, fantastic.
But yeah, Gridiron stuff is great. Best face sculpt is, again, he's up there for sure. But yeah, like,
again, Adam's
I really want to like add
Adam's
to him.
shaking his head like, I could just make my own weapons. Peasants.
But 3D printing is not the end all and be all, right? Like, there's other things you got to do, and there's other ways you can play and create and get creative with it, and that's as much fun.
So I know that we're way over this, but I don't care. So I can buy something and there's no time spent other than checking out in a cart, right? Like, it's easy and I get something in the mail. For you though, how much time when you made that fist and that recreated Optimus's gun, how much time do you have to spend to recreate that one gun?
So Optimus's gun probably took about an hour and a half to model that up. So not an extreme amount of time, but not like a little bit amount of time.
But it adds up when you do the fist and then another gun and then another. So it adds up. So that's the time versus money spent, I guess. So
yeah, but to me, it's like that is the fun. That's part of the play. Is like what
labor of love.
The labor of love, and it's very relaxing, methodic to do that kind of stuff, right? And like to sit down and to take the acetone and take the white off of Stinkor's arms and the head, and this is actually a 3D printed Skeletor head that actually came out really good. So it was a labor of love to try and figure out the paint scheme, like how to crack the code of painting a Skeletor head, right? And so like that was fun. So this is actually the third head that I painted, and I finally cracked the code and got it, and it's pretty comparable.
I see, like, just that, like, I'm so like, just give me the thing so I can play with it. You know what I mean? Like, I just like I just be mashing the buttons, like, hurry up, I want to play, like, mass produce these, like, so the impatience factor is a big default for me, but that's awesome.
But yeah, but once you crack the code, so like this guy probably took 3 hours to get done. But once I had him done, this guy took about half an hour to make.
Because you've got the template and you can just rinse, repeat.
Yeah. Doing it again.
Interesting.
So, yeah, that's about as mass production as I can get. Is 2.
No, that's awesome, man. Hey, Joe, I think that's a show.
I think we did it.
I think that's what we call it. I think we did it. I think we won toys.
We went way over, but I think we did it.
Who cares? Adam was here. It was great. I loved having him. I loved having Chad. Yeah.
Adam, thanks for being on, man. Great.
Yeah, it was great.
If I could just plug one thing, I'm not gonna.
Oh my god! Of course.
I'm not gonna plug my stuff, but December 10th we're doing the Streamathon Christmas party. So we're gonna be going across 5 channels. So Treasures for Triggers and Island of Misfit Toys, Sergeant Slaughter Slaughterhouse, Toy Connections, Slaughter Daughter, my channel. We're doing like a 6-hour.
Cool.
Christmas party. And we're going to be
on the 10th. You said, right?
Yeah, on the 10th. We're starting at 6:00 Eastern time, and it's going to be a lot. I got a lot of fun stuff planned for my segment.
Nice.
We've done like a Secret Santa, so we've been sending Secret Santa gifts across the world. So that's been fun.
Awesome.
And so it's going to be a great time.
Every channel you just listed there is a great. So I will say I don't follow Sergeant Slaughter's daughter, but so I can't. I'm going to remain neutral NA on that one. But all the other channels there are excellent, worth following. Great,
completely
people
agree
as well. So yeah, that's going to be fun. December 10th, awesome, great plug.
It's going to be beauty. And also
beauty,
it's going to be a beauty.
I appreciate it.
No, Adam, it was great having you on here, man. We need to. Joe and I again like. Schedules and all this stuff, but we definitely want to start bringing more people in, like citizens
absolutely.
of the nation. Yeah. So awesome, man. So
Joe and I are just gonna hang out without you because our sons are both.
That's fine.
100%.
That's fine. Here, I'll give you the rights to the channel. You just take it on your own. I've
already got it. Dom, I can do it.
No,
don't worry about it.
That's great. I have no problems with that.
I can do this without you anytime.
We're gonna not plan anything and call the show Night Winging It.
Good.
Yeah.
Doggone it! How did you win that?
And that's
too?
how we end the show. I've been Joe.
I've been Dom.
See you later. That's
Night
amazing.
wing.